Doc, happy Halloween. Good morning to you.
Yes, indeed, gentlemen.
So,
When
Doc,
is the last time Rick Doc Walker dressed up for Halloween?
George, it was here, Georgetown, right before that period started where people were injecting people with needles and it got really ugly. That was my last venture into public Halloween affairs.
What did you dress up as?
Well, Baby Huey was my original deal I used to do on the West Coast. That was tradition, the bottle with vodka and a diaper and a bed and the whole bed.
Love it. Love
Baby
that.
Yeah,
Huey.
Baby Huey, but it's too cold here, so I
Yeah.
had to go to Joe the Fan.
Right.
Coach Thompson's
Yeah.
figure of, I just go as Joe the Fan, just throw on some gear and put a whistle around your neck. And
I like it. That
Gotcha.
works.
So if the kids come up to the Doc Walker compound tonight, what sort of treats are they going to get in their pumpkins?
Well, because we really do promote proper dental care and hygiene, that won't be candy. It'll be books, small books. And
You're kidding,
literature,
right?
pens and pencils. Of course, I'm kidding. Yeah. No, man, it's really the neighborhood doesn't really do a big deal on Halloween as it used to. Since the pandemic, I really don't even remember kids coming up to the door.
Wow. Well, it
Sad.
might change.
And
It might
usually I'm not
change.
at home.
Well, that's
I'm not
usually
at home.
what happens when you live in a big mansion in a gated neighborhood,
Sure.
Doc.
These things
Well,
happen,
no,
Doc.
when you have when you have the signs in front, you know, beware of pit bulls, that kind of.
Right.
Yes, we're really not that warm and fuzzy
Right.
when it comes to that walk up to the front.
All right, so I know I can guess at the end of the day, you don't really care about any of the good stuff. It's just another loss. That's what I'm guessing your opinion is.
You're right. You're right. You know me well.
Yeah. So, I mean, what's your overall take? I guess you can't be surprised that they played them very close these last. They beat them last year. This is now 2 games in a row. They played them close.
Yeah.
Why do you think they play up to their competition? Is it just a division rivalry thing where they know them so well?
Yeah, but the Giants were a division rival,
Yeah.
and they were 7 points.
Well,
Yeah.
no, they play up to Philly's competition. They don't, not
Yeah.
Buffalo. It's just they
Right.
match up with Philly for some reason.
Right. They don't do it with everyone, but
Yeah.
there is somewhat of a theme that they
With
kind of
these
play up
guys?
and down.
Yeah, I don't know for these guys, but usually it's fear. Because if I'm playing someone that I know you can be decapitated by, I mean, you better turn it up if you have it, which is another sign of what they have, which frustrates me. In other words, I'd rather see them get slaughtered like they did against Buffalo. I could live with that. What I can't live with is the up and down. Oh, you have it, then you don't have it. To me, that's just not good.
And my
So I'm not falling into the trap because it's a definite trap. It really is. You know it is. Oh, wow, look at them. They did so well, but they lost. So to me, and I'm not saying I'm right. It's not for everyone. Thank God it's not. But either you got to be all into winning the deal or you never will. It's just not. You can't just get, oh, you dressed nice today, but you sounded like crap at the microphone as a singer. It doesn't work. Doesn't matter if it cares what you have on. How do you perform? It's a performance-based business. All this trade talk, money talk, what is it all about? Performance.
Right.
So to me, it's bottom line. Either you did it or I got to find a way to replace you or whomever's involved in it if I'm solely into winning. If it's just about making money, then well, what the hell? They can continue doing what they've always done here.
Hey, Doc, I just want your take on something we were talking about before.
Okay.
So Chase Young's dad called into
Oh, I
106.7
heard
The
it.
Fan
I was listening to Danny.
yesterday. What's your
I
kind of your
just wish-
take? Yeah, what's your take
Grant and
overall
Danny.
on that?
It's a father rule. It's kind of like parents. They get, you don't even throw the flag. You go, who is this? His dad? Oh, okay. Let's move on. But it was great.
But if you were Chase, how would you feel?
Again, you guys been nailing it all morning. It's about it's your dad. I mean, a lot of guys don't have a dad to call in for them. So it's gonna be a mixed signal. I think it's cool that his dad, who's an athlete, and I know his father, like Bish was saying, the guy's a good dude. I don't know. I feel like I would probably say, hey, Pops, why don't we talk about it before you do it? But you don't do that to your dad.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is that you deal with it. It's love.
Yeah.
It's love. And so do you expect him to be on point about all of it? No.
Right.
I just wish that Danny had been there as well. It would have been epic.
Yeah.
You know, and Grant deserves an Oscar or whatever
He did a
award there
wonderful
is.
job. He really handled
He
that
was
well.
fantastic.
Yeah, he really
because
did.
it's not like they planned it. This was not a skit.
Yeah.
This was the beauty of talk radio.
Yeah, it was organic.
No,
You could tell.
organic, and he
Exactly.
handled them with respect and also brought
Absolutely.
up points.
Both of them were respectful.
Yeah.
Both sides.
Yeah, that's why it's
Pops
hard for me
was
to be
great.
upset with him.
Yeah. Pops was great. Grant, I mean, it's one of those things I think we'll talk about for a long, long time. And in this business, it was like a log thrown in the fire. Because you guys, I mean, you got the camaraderie, you got the benefit of numbers. Suppose you were solo today and you had that. It's a godsend. It's like, I can't wait to get to the weekend. I go, wow, thank you. Because it's content.
Right.
And it's unusual content because it usually never happens.
Well, Doc, we'll get into the game here in a second, but just sticking on Chase.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's going to get dealt. That's just my gut. But do you think that Chase needs a change of scenery?
No. I don't think anything would change in how Chase approaches the game in a different location. I think it's up to him what he needs because he has been a baller. I mean, really, from birth to all the way through. I think for a guy like him, it's used to being awarded and used to being celebrated. I think the idea of that not happening is the only thing that defines and changes him. If he ever does change, it'll be that.
Mm-hmm.
You're an all-star, and then all of a sudden you're not, or you're all-pro, or you don't go. That's the only thing that drives a guy with his talent, to me. Because clearly they're coaching him. He's got two former players. Usually you don't get that lucky to be coached by someone who actually has done your job. That's rare in any industry.
Right.
So he's got two guys. And if that doesn't get you to play ball or go along with the system or whatever, then nothing will. It's all on him. And I think that he will, again, you were killing it. It's like if he can do as well as he's done and is doing without really being connected, in my deal, I call it connected. I don't think he's connected. But if he decides to do it, fine. But trade, I keep going, well, who's trading for him? I never hear who's trading for, who seeks him, who wants him. Everyone assumes that there's someone out there. Where? And who?
I
And
saw
based on
one
what?
team in a rumor, and who knows whether it's true, that the Bears, which made no sense because they're a 2-win team as well, that why would the Bears go after Chase Young this year? But that was one team that I did see supposedly was gauging interest on Chase Young.
Yeah, it may be. Good for him. Again, people do things for different reasons. And it's not about winning in this league. It's ticket sales, it's merchandise, it's a number of different things. So he's going to fit the bill because there's so many people that he's better than. It's not like he's at the bottom of the barrel.
Right. No.
He's fighting his own press clippings. He's fighting because he teased us, and he showed us something, and we refused to accept the fact that the guy was really injured. We just won't allow ourselves to do that. As soon as I found out they went into one knee to get something to repair another knee, that means two, right? All right. That's kind of serious. So you have to, and then he got the neck when he comes back. I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just giving you facts. But I would love to see him really get engaged with somebody he trusts so he can just develop his package, his whole game plan. And then he's a terror. Because he's got what these other guys have. But anybody that looks at this seriously and is not joking or running a skit, they just look at the top 5 animals in the league that play his position. And they put the films up, all of them, and nobody compares to that. Nobody. You guys, that kid down in Dallas, it's not even nobody on nobody's team in my mind. This kid is like he's competing to be the best
He's
ever.
a monster. Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
monster.
it's an alien. That's why I call them aliens.
Yeah.
And so you don't have them. Now, you think you're paying for them. That's my problem. I don't mind paying for them, but I got to get them. If you're paying and you don't get them, then you end up in last place again. And that's the problem.
So I wanted to ask you about, I mean, obviously anybody with two eyeballs could see that Sam Howell really balled out, played well again. He had a few games like that, other games not so great, and, one or two really bad ones. I thought Bieniemy was awesome with the play calling, but what irks me, and I feel like you'll agree with this, why didn't Bieniemy do this 5 weeks ago? I don't know anything, and I know you got to move the pocket, you got to do quick game, you got to do delayed handoffs, you got to do all screen, because this is the package that we have here. And why did it take him 8 weeks to figure it out consistently? So I'm not giving him many flowers for this because I'm pissed that we didn't do it 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, you know what? And that's the thing I can't answer. I can say circumstance, the development of the quarterback. This is the first time he had a competent group of 5 people in front of him that gave him a chance. And so there's so many different things. And I know it always sounds like you're not answering the question, but in reality, and you guys know this, I know this, it's hard, man. This game, that's why it's so attractive, because it looks easier than it really is. And then you look at a kid, and I saw the game, I'm going, my God. It just shows me that why I'm glad I didn't trash him or throw him out with the bathwater. He's worth it. But he had to get the grenade out of his hand for me, and he did that. In other words, the grenade didn't blow up in his hand. So I was looking for, not only did he throw, he's got a gun. We're so used to, we've been so deprived in terms of arm talent in this town.
I know.
That we don't even recognize this dude, he's that guy throwing it. But you got to throw it, think it, and operate it. And it's a collaborative effort with everybody up front. And just the 2 insertions, just 2 guys in a line gave them stability. Now, the Eagles were not at full tilt. Let's be frank about it. 2 of their tackles were they were not 100%. I don't know if you ever are, but I do know this. There were some things in there I was just going, ooh, wow. If we win this, but I have to preface it by, if we win this, I'm going to be like a cheerleader. I'm going to feel that giddy. I've got that much pent-up anxiety of wanting to just let all this go. And then I go, well, same old thing. Tease again. And in the moment, a pick and 2 passes that were catchable but could have been easier. Why make it difficult? And so that's what knocks it. I heard you guys in the grading system, and you were right. I wanted so badly. Part of everybody, every bone in my body, A, but I couldn't do it. B+. Because my criteria is that win first, everything else behind it. Otherwise, we'll end up start making a whole bunch of people rich, and we'll never have a playoff game. We'll never get rings again. We'll never, ever be able to kick the can down the road because we got sold. The moment you get off winning is winning or nothing, then again you become prey to these bloodsuckers, and they'll just suck you dry.
And Doc, you
run around, oh, nice effort. Well, the hell with your effort. This is a winner-take-all league. It's pro ball. It's not college or Pop Warner. And it's about winning. And if I were involved in the football operation, that's all I'd be focused on. And I could eliminate a lot of the BS if I simply make it about, did you win the damn game or not, period.
All right, Doc, let's before we let you go, let's get your take on this week. We've said it multiple times this year. It's a must-win. We said it in week 1. We said it about the Bears. We said it about the Giants. All right, mathematically it's not. They're still in it, but the Patriots have 2 wins, and they're struggling to score points, and their best receiver is out for the year, and, Mac Jones is Mac Jones. So based on what you saw this past week, do you feel pretty good about this game, and do you feel this is one of those games that you got to have?
Yeah. Everything. I just know they're the Giants. I'm just trying to figure out what performance slot will these people put into their computer. Because I keep thinking Giants. New England is scary because it sounds like the Giants. They don't have this. They're not that. Okay, well, neither are the Giants. We can't beat them.
Right.
Can't beat them. So because the team that's schizophrenic, how do you know? That's the problem.
You don't?
The problem is, and you of all people, I'm coming to you and Sheehan. You guys lead me. I go, what do you think? Because you're playing it for cash. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna bet. Well, I mean, I
Well,
don't.
you're going to bet the money line for value.
It's only Tuesday, but right now my gut says Washington. But like you said, I don't know what Washington's going to show up.
Hey, you can tail it or you can fade
Hey,
it,
Doc, ask him how many bets he made this weekend.
No, he does. I know. No, he's an animal. I know what he's doing.
Well, I know, but if you saw how much I put on each game, you'd laugh.
No. I get it. It's not about the dollar.
It's not
amount.
about
Even
the
for
money,
People
yeah.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's how you know they're not really gamblers. If they mention money, gamblers don't give a
Right.
damn about the.
It's about the action.
amount.
It's about the
addiction.
action. Yeah.
It's the drive, man. It's just like once you determine, why are you doing this? Well, you're doing this because it's fun and they pay you. But it's also about, I'm in it to win it. If I'm not in it to win it, then stick a fork in it. I just go watch anything else. Because there are things on that are far more entertaining.
I mean, I was betting hockey parlays last night.
He's a degenerate. These things happen, Doc.
I mean, it's just impossible to pick. I don't know anything about any of the teams or any of the players, and I'm betting it. It's
Doc,
just-
we got to run, man. It's
All right,
good
we gotta
talking
go,
to you as
Doc.
always.
It's a sicko. Hey, all right, guys. Have
right,
a great
thank
week.
you.
Good luck.
That's a
Thank
good
you,
word
Doc.
for it. He said true blue
Sicko.
when it comes to sports betting.